Welcome to the Good Place Marionville podcast, dedicated to highlighting the good right here in Marionville. Well, today's episode, I was planning to be co-hosting with Jim, and just as we sat down to do the recording, the alarm went off, and there is an accident that the first responders are headed to. So as the chaplain for the fire department and a volunteer, he is headed off to take care of that. So here I am underway by myself, recording this episode so that we can get this good news out to you today. So Christmas is almost here, and I hope and pray that everyone watching can spend time with people that you love this week and next week as we finish up this year. In fact, this is a great time to enjoy the Christmas lights that your neighbors all throughout town have been busy meticulously putting into place so that you can enjoy them. So even tonight, I encourage you to grab some hot cocoa, even if it's a little warm out there for this time of year, and drive around town using the Christmas light map that I will put a link to in the show notes. And I want to thank Callie Peoples for putting that together, doing all of that work so that we could see the map and go and enjoy the lights all across town. I'm going to share some Christmas news with you right now. Carrie Stanton shared and reported that the Santa His Deere event that was hosted by the Bank of Billings was a great success. This is due to our community businesses and committees working together for the greater good of our town. Kids enjoyed giving canned goods for the pantry and then receiving gifts, having pictures with Santa, having treats, writing letters to Santa out on the square, and having hot cocoa, and also yard games that we had out on the square. It was a really fun event for everyone who attended. In school news, Matt Price reported that the last year 8th graders finished 4th in the state on the MAP test for ELA and Math and 7th for science. Boy, those are some really great rankings. And last year's 6th graders, ELA students, were 15th in the state. Our middle school was ranked 5th in the state overall based on their APR. So way to go, students. You're just making really great ranks here in our great state. This episode of the Good Place Marionville podcast is sponsored by the Bank of Billings. And the Bank of Billings is so much more than just a place to deposit your money. It's filled with a team of dedicated employees that strive to give back in their work and in our community. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. I have some first responder news for you. On Facebook, you can read the complete post by the City of Marionville regarding the police department update. But here are a few highlights for you. The City of Marionville has announced the reestablishment of the Marionville Police Department with the appointment of Mark Webb as interim chief of police. Chief Webb brings extensive law enforcement experience, including past work here in the City of Marionville, and hopefully we can get him on a future upcoming episode of the podcast so that you can get to know him better and hear more about his plans to help Marionville. Despite rumors online, it's important for citizens to understand that there will not be a gap in police coverage, and the transition is being handled in an excellent fashion. To know more, and I just want to encourage you to know more about things like this that are happening in Marionville, I really encourage you to watch the city website page for the calendar, and I'll put that link in the show notes as well. And you can attend future alderman meetings to get firsthand information about important decisions that face our community. In nonprofit news on December 13th, and this is also Christmas news, of course, the Marionville Applefest Committee hosted Hometown Christmas with a large parade turnout. We had over 50 entries. The parade was sponsored by the Marionville Lions Club and featured Santa and Mrs. Claus, along with the classroom elves that raised money for next year's Fun Squad at Applefest in September. The after party was held at the Ozark Methodist Manor in front of the health center. And even though it was quite cold that evening, there was a good turnout at the manor. And they say that they really enjoyed being hosts for this event, along with the Ministerial Alliance and the Applefest Committee. Activities at the manor included hearing the Christmas story, seeing Santa, getting treats, gifts, and there were crafts for everyone to participate in. December at the Manor is filled with giving hearts, caroling, and Christmas parties. The Manor wants to thank everyone who adopted a resident and donated Christmas gifts for them to receive from Santa. Stephanie Campbell also reports that the Manor Choir has been performing their Christmas musical, not only for their residents, but also for local senior centers. The Manor residents have been going on outings in the Manor bus to see beautiful Christmas lights around town, and now we'll have that map that they can use for Marionville. Everyone is filled with holiday spirit, but most of all, Stephanie reports they're rejoicing in the reason for the Christmas, the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. They will celebrate the end of 2025 with a New Year's Eve party to ring in 2026. In city updates, there is a new face at City Hall. Kriss Bliss, who is not new to our town, was just sworn in as the new city clerk at the most recent Board of Aldermen meeting. Kriss, like I said, is not new to Marionville, but we are very excited to see her work in this new role. So I want to encourage you to stop by and say hi to Kriss. You know, in college, Jim and his buddies would work off energy playing what they called frisbee golf. Well, the modern day version is called disc golf, as many of you may have heard of, and it might still be winter outside, but the disc golf course is complete down at the park. We have this new disc golf course for you to enjoy, and there's beautiful weather anticipated for this upcoming week, so I encourage each one of you to take a shot at it, give it a try, see what you think. You don't have to wait to spring to play this game, and it might be a great fun activity for your family when you're looking for something to do to blow off some of that extra calories you might have consumed during Christmas. So another big announcement for this city is the candidate filing period is now open until December 30th. So the general election will be held on Tuesday, April 7th, 2026, to elect the following city offices. Each of these positions is a 2-year term, and they are mayor and then alderman for each Ward 1, Ward 2, and Ward 3. The candidate filing period goes until December 30th, and you can file at City Hall Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. However, the office of the City Hall is closed December 24th, 25th, and 26th, as well as New Year's Day, but that's already after the deadline. But just to keep you posted on what's going on at City Hall, they do have some holiday closure. I just want to encourage everyone, this is a great way to get involved in your community. And if you have any questions, you can call City Hall. I'll put the phone number in the show notes for you as well. In business news, 4B's Studio hosted an open house on December 13th with pictures with Santa and tours of their new space. If you're watching this online, you can see I took this, my backdrop is of the inside the coffee shop. So right across the street is 4B Studios for you to check out and learn more about what they have coming up. Be watching for them to launch this new business in downtown Marionville. And we do plan on doing an interview with them early on in the new year. In other news, Lisa Robinson from the University of Missouri Extension Office has asked us to share about a survey that they are conducting right now for the food system access in Berry and Lawrence counties. And they've invited the Marionville residents to take part in this survey. So I'm going to put the link in the show notes. You can check it out for yourself and just take a moment and participate in this survey and help to give them feedback that can help them in the new year as they make plans, make new contacts, and have upcoming events to help strengthen the food system here in our county. Curb Appeal Home of the Year winner was announced, and I just want to congratulate the Carlton family at 103 Walnut Street for being voted the 2025 Marionville Home of the Year. Sean and Deborah's home has been a community favorite, and their care and the charm and the curb appeal that they bring really represents the spirit of Marionville pride. I want to thank everyone who voted, who participated in having fun with those nominations this year, and a special thank you to all of the sponsors who awarded the winners over $500 in cash and gift cards. Those sponsors include Alice Irene's Restaurant, Bank of Billings, Kevin and Kriss Bliss, Aurora Advertisers, Smart Insurance, Kathy Urschel, Barbara Neely Designs, and the Sticker Studio. Thank you to all those sponsors for making that special prize available to the Home of the Year, and also the monthly sponsors that helped this year in 2025. Sarah Bauer, City Morgue and Mulberry Tree Saloon. Someone anonymously donated in honor of Frank and Kathy Urschel. The Pick and Patch, the Good Place Marionville podcast with Jim and myself, and so many others of you that just did a great job nominating, voting, working on your yards, all for the curb appeal that we are so loving and enjoying here in Marionville. So again, congratulations to the Carlton family, and thank you to everyone who continues to show their pride in Marionville. Really can't wait for next year for this to continue. So as I wrap up today's show, I just again want to thank the first responders that are out helping with an accident right now. They are doing a big campaign promoting the recruitment of new volunteers. So if you are interested in participating on our fire department as a volunteer, please reach out. I will put Kriss Bowling's email in the show links for your convenience. And if you find other good news happening around town, I would love to hear from you. You can email me at goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com, and I can get that on the next episode that we record. Also, if you run a business or have something that you want to promote and you would like to be a sponsor of this podcast, you can email me at that same email address and we can have a conversation. I'd love to talk with you about what that might look like in 2026. I do want to thank the Bank of Billings for sponsoring today's podcast. And if you would like to, like I said, consider being a participant in any way in this podcast in the new year, please reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoy this podcast, please remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified when each episode releases. Thank you for joining us for the Good Place Marionville podcast. Keep your eyes out for the good, and together we can celebrate Marionville.